Hi guys, welcome back to the BubblyPetz channel. I'm Isla, and today I'm going to be discussing why I think pigeons are better than parrots. On to my first point. Pigeons are not as loud as parrots. Their call consists of a series of coos, or maybe grunts if they're displeased or sense danger, but their calls are much lower and not as loud or shrill as a parrot's. Even a budgie's call, which is a small little parakeet, a lot more shrill and louder than a pigeon. This can be beneficial if you guys live in a apartment or have neighbors. So, as you guys may not know, I live in a small apartment, and my sister, somewhat recently, she wanted a budgie, so she got one, but he resides in my room along with my pigeon, and he likes to scream a lot. When he calls, it's just so ear-shattering. It's just a lot louder than a pigeon, and it's not really something I like a whole lot, so yeah. Now on to our second bullet point. So pigeons, their care is definitely not as demanding as a parrot's. They do not require like a whole bunch of toys and that kind of stimulation. Their diet also does not consist of a bunch of fruits and vegetables. Unlike a parrot, which you would need to prepare their chop every day. For them, pigeons, their diet consists mainly of grains and seeds, so that is a lot easier to prep, with the occasional veggie and fruit, of course, if your pigeon likes that. On to our third point. Pigeons don't destroy stuff like parrots. So parrots have a hooked beak, and they can do a lot more damage, which means you have to buy them more toys because they will ruin them, chew them up. If you let them out to free roam, they can damage your furniture and your stuff. Pigeons will not do this. They can't. Their beak is a soft bill, and so they barely do any damage to anything because they practically can't. So this will go for like if you're handling them. If your parrot bites you, that can cause a lot of hurt, could bleed. But pigeons, if they bite you, it's nothing. It's like a pinch. Pigeons, unlike parrots, are domesticated actually. Parrots are they can be kept in captivity, but that does not mean that they're domesticated. Pigeons have been domesticated for hundreds of years, so there are countless breeds of them. Pretty cool. They're pretty interesting too. And so this makes pigeons pretty ideal companion. They're just as loving and loyal as a parrot can be. And from personal experience, so my sister's budgie and my pigeon, I used to have them in the same cage, and so they did not get along. That little budgie would like to harass him and keep flying and trying to sit on him, which he of course did not like and was bothersome to him. But so that kind of behavior, or purposely messing with you, pigeons don't do that. They're pretty calm. They like to mind their own business. Now for my last point about this topic, pigeons can learn actually a whole bunch of tricks. It's like a parrot, but they can't talk, but that's fine. They can be taught to come on command. They can be taught to identify certain flashcards. There's been so many studies done on this, which researchers have taught them to big tricks. Pigeons have actually been found to also be able to self-recognize. Researchers did a mirror test, and the pigeon was able to figure out that other bird they saw in the mirror was itself by remembering its past movements, which is pretty interesting because only a few animals are actually capable of self-recognizing. So my bird is not bonded to me yet. This is something I hopefully wish to keep working on for the future. He does eat from my hand. I can get him to do that. Rarely I'm able to get him to perch on me and eat from my hand, but I want to get him very comfortable with this before I start training with him. And that is something I would like to share with you guys for in the future, so that you can see how I trained him, how I bonded with him, and let's see how cool the tricks he can do.